These are the rules to use capitals and where we have to use the capital letters. They also let us connect words, phrases and clauses together to make or to frame a longer sentence. Capitalize proper nouns and adjectives derived from the proper nouns. Welcome dear students. I am Mrs. Reena, lecturer, Department of English at Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysuru. Today, in this session, let us discuss the language component, punctuation of second sem BBA. So, in this lesson, we will be learning about the meaning of punctuation, importance of punctuation marks, capitalization, comma, period or full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, quotation mark and apostrophe. Now, let me read this for you. Plato is the earliest important educational thinker and education is an essential element in the Republic. His most important work on philosophy and political theory written around 360 BC. In it, he advocates some rather extreme methods, removing children from their mother's care and raising them as wards of the state and differentiating children suitable to the various castes, the highest receiving the most education, so that they could act as guardians of the city and care for the less able. He believed that education should be holistic, including facts, skills, physical discipline, music, and art. Plato believed that talent and intelligence is not disturbed genetically and thus is to be found in children born to all classes, although his proposed system of selective public education for an educated minority of the population does not really follow a democratic model. Did you understand anything? I didn't understand anything. So let me read the same paragraph once again for you. Plato is the earliest important educational thinker and education is an essential element in the Republic. His most important work on philosophy and political theory, written around 360 BC. In it, he advocates some rather extreme methods, removing children from their mother's care and raising them as wards of the state and differentiating children suitable to the various castes, the highest receiving the most education, so that they could act as guardians of city and care for less able. He believed that education should be holistic, including facts, skills, physical discipline, music and art. Plato believed that talent and intelligence is not disturbed genetically and thus is be found in children born to all classes. Although his proposed system of selective public education for an educated minority of the population does not really follow a democratic model. So now you were able to understand this paragraph, the meaning of the paragraph. Why you were able to understand? Because different punctuation marks in this passage and that helped us to make, and that punctuation marks helps us to know this paragraph clearly. So now let's see the meaning and importance of punctuation mark. What is a punctuation mark? A mark such as full stop, comma, question mark, etc. used in writing to separate sentences and their elements and to clarify meaning. Okay, the main importance of this punctuation mark is to clarify and to give us a clear sentence, to clarify the meaning of the sentence. Now, importance of punctuation. Using punctuation in writing helps the reader to clearly understand the message that is being conveyed. So the first point is using punctuation in writing helps the reader to clearly understand the message that is being conveyed. Punctuation helps to indicate the pauses and emphasize on certain ideas or thoughts that are discussed in the text. So, now let us know the importance of using capital letters in the passage or in writing. Capitalization helps convey information. The first word of every sentence is capitalized, signaling that a new sentence has begun. Proper nouns, that is the name of a particular person, place or thing, are capitalized to indicate uniqueness. The main function of capital is to focus attention on particular elements within any group of people, places or things. Now you understood where we have to use the capital letters. So these are the rules to use capitals and where we have to use the capital letters. Capitalize the first word of a document and the first word after a period of full stop. So after completing a sentence and when we begin a next sentence, when we are going to start a next sentence, we have to start that word with capital letter. Capitalize proper nouns and adjectives derived from the proper nouns. For example, a Russian song. So, Russian, R is capital here. Russia is a proper noun. So, when Russian is an adjective derived from the proper noun Russia. So, it should be written in capitals. Next, a Shakespearean sonnet. So, Shakespeare is a proper noun and Shakespearean is the adjective derived from the proper noun Shakespeare. So, here Shakespearean has to be written in capital. Next, where else we can use the capitals? So, we can use the capital letters in our brand names, companies, days of the week and months of the year, some governmental matters, historical episodes and eras like American Revolution and all. Next, institution, man-made structures like opera theatre, man-made territories like Berlin, then natural and man-made landmarks like Mount Everest, then in our nicknames and also names of organization. Here we can use the capital letters. Next, let's learn about comma. The comma is a punctuation mark that appears in several variants in different languages. The comma is used in many contexts and languages, mainly to separate parts of a sentence such as clauses and items in list, mainly when there are 3 or more items listed. So when there are 2 items, we will not use comma there. When there are 3 or more than that, we will use commas. Commas separate ideas, add pauses and help you to list things clearly. They also let us connect words. Phrases and clauses together to make longer sentence. Hope you understood this sentence. They also let us connect words, phrases and clauses together to make or to frame a longer sentence. Next, examples for comma. The pet store has cats, dogs, hamsters, fish. Let me add one more word here. Birds and turtles. So here we are using comma as we are listing out the things. Next one. I really wanted cereal this morning, but I didn't have any milk. So here we are connecting clauses. That is, I really wanted cereal this morning. That is one clause, and we are connecting the other clause. That is, but I didn't have any milk. Well, if you really want pancakes, I guess I can make them. So here we are creating pauses here. Well, stopping there, a small pause. If you really want pancakes, there is a pause. I guess I can make them. So hope you understood this. Let's move on to period. Period is a punctuation mark. Period, it is also known as full stop. A period is a punctuation mark indicating a full stop placed at the end of declarative sentence. It is placed at the end of a sentence as well as after many abbreviations. And it marks the end of a sentence which is not a question or an exclamation. If the sentence is a question, we will put question mark there, and if it is an exclamatory sentence, we will put exclamation mark. So here full stop is used to mark the end of a sentence which is not a question or exclamation. For example, Rome is the capital of Italy. Next, it indicates an abbreviation, that is AM and PM. Next, ellipsis. So, ellipsis means, you can see here, I have put the 3 dots here, right? So, this we call it as ellipsis. 3 dots, full stops there. So, he is always late, but you know how I feel about that. So here we are not clear about her feeling. So we can assume whatever we want. What she might have felt, we don't know that. We are not clear about that. So we will put this ellipsis here. Next punctuation mark is the question mark. A punctuation mark used to express doubt and uncertainty about something. A question mark is used at the end of a direct question and serves the same purpose as a full stop. It ends the sentence there. So, a question mark is used at the end of a direct question and it also serves the same purpose as a full stop. So, where are you going? It's a direct question. When do they arrive? Again, it's a direct question. So, we are using the question mark there. Next is the exclamation mark or the exclamatory mark. So, an exclamation point is a punctuation mark used at the end of a sentence to indicate a lot of emotion such as happiness or sadness. Okay? So, sometimes we will use that after an exclamatory word also. Not only at the end of the sentence, we use after the word which indicates some feelings, which indicates some sudden feelings. A mark, this is the exclamatory mark, used after a word or sentence in writing or printing to express surprise, strong emotion, determination, etc. So, this is a mark used after a word or sentence in writing or printing to express surprise, strong emotions and determination, etc. For example, oh, you already bought a new car? My dear friend, I am delighted to see you. It's a surprise there. Alas, she has failed in the examination. Here, it's a sad feeling there. Next is quotation marks. Quotation marks, also known as quotes, quote marks, speech marks, inverted commas or talking marks. So, This is quotation mark is having so many synonyms like quotes, quote marks, speech marks, inverted commas or talking marks. Are punctuation marks used in pairs? So we won't use only one, we use it in pairs. Okay? In various writing system to set off direct speech. It is used to set off direct speech, a quotation or a phrase. Quotation marks are used to enclose the words actually used by the speaker. For example, the little boy said. What the little boy said? That should be in inverted commas or quotation marks. So, please tell me the correct time now. Please tell me the correct time now. Direct sentence said by the little boy. So that sentence, that word should be in quotation marks. So example, the little boy said, please tell me the correct time now. So this is the direct words used by the speaker here. The speaker here is the little boy and these are the words. Please tell me the correct time now. These are the direct words used by the boy. So that word should be in quotation inverted commas. Quotation marks are used to indicate the title of a book. So quotation marks are also used to indicate the title of a book. My teacher was fond of reading The Merchant of Venice. So this is the name of a book. Quotation marks are used to show that a word or phrase is used in a sense quite different from the normally accepted one. So what are we to think of the modern man who bathes once in a week or so? Example, what are we to think of the modern man who bathes once in a week or so? So here, modern is a word in a sense quite different from the normally accepted one. So here, is there any modern man like this amongst you? Hope no one is there. Next is the apostrophe. An apostrophe is a small punctuation mark placed after a noun to show that the noun owns something. Okay, that is something. The apostrophe will always be placed either before or after an yes at the end of the noun owner. It is used to show the omission of a letter from a word. The eagle's feather. Whose feather? Eagle's feather. So, it's showing that the feathers belong to eagle. Do not, to don't. See here? They have omitted a word O here. So, instead of O, they have put the apostrophe there. Next, the work is due to start in 2 weeks' time. So here the apostrophe is after S. Here 2 weeks, that is plural. When we get a plural word like this, we will put the apostrophe after S. Next, let's punctuate the following. Did you post the letter? Did you post the letter? So how will we punctuate this? The first word always in the sentence should be capital, that is, did you post the letter? And what type of punctuation mark we have to use here? So as it is a question, we have to use the question mark. Next one. Alas, she has failed in the examination, the man said. So here, alas is an exclamatory word. So we have to use exclamation mark after alas. Then the sentence is, she has failed in the examination. She has failed in the examination. So this is a sentence, and who said that sentence? The man said. The man said. So this is a direct speech said by a man. So that sentence should be in inverted commas. Okay, and at the end we have to put the full stop. Next, reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, writing an exact man. So here you can see the independent clauses there. We learned only few punctuation marks here. We have so many punctuation marks like colon, semicolon, hyphen, etc., which we have not discussed here. When we link an independent clause, we can use a semicolon there. So semicolon is used to link the independent clauses. So we can use semicolon here. Reading. So you should remember that the beginning of the sentence should start from capital letters. So reading, R is capital here. Maketh a full man, you can put a semicolon. Conference a ready man. Then writing an exact man, full stop. And the next one, the teacher gave us some lessons in English grammar. So here T is capital. I'll write it here. The teacher gave us some, this is an declarative sentence. The teacher gave us some lessons in, so when we point out language also, it should be in capitals, English grammar. English grammar, full stop. Okay, and the last sentence is, have you seen my car, he said. So, have you seen? H-A-V-E. Have you seen my car? This is a question. So, let's put a question mark here. Who said that? He said. He said. Okay. So, here it will be full stop and this should be in inverted commas. Hope you all understood the concept well. You can expect some questions from this chapter. Go through this topic well and let's meet in the next session. Thank you.